So hey everybody, this is Randy and Tammy with Cause for Travels, and we are just wanting to share some clips with you. We are in our home studio after the fact of our cruise, but this was our first stop, and we are in the Dominican Republic.
Amber Cove, to be exact.
Yeah. So there was a lot of fun this day. Hopefully you like what you see. We'll kind of recap at the end, but enjoy the video. And like I said, if you want to do something like this, reach out to Tammy at causefortravels.com. So I don't know if you can tell, but this is the port, and the front of the ship is this way, and he is swinging, the captain is swinging, and I don't know if you can tell, the back of the ship in toward port, and he is going to back this big pig into that space on the other side of that Norwegian ship. So that's pretty cool. Okay, everybody. Well, that's going to do it for the video today, and that was Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. Had a lot of fun here.
It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. I love all the greenery. I loved the mountains. I did not expect to see mountainous areas. It actually made me want to go in there and search for monkeys.
So you could see it as we were pulling up. So I showed the starting scenes as we were pulling up, entering the harbor. You could really see the mountains in the background. I got you different shots and everything like that. You could see the other ship, which was
a Norwegian.
The Norwegian, yep.
Yeah, cruise line. But wow, the captain, I would think, is the one that guides the ship in. I'm sure there's more than one person that does that. Amazing job. You know, you got this monster ship and you're just pinpointing it exactly. I was in awe. It was amazing just to see him do that.
He almost drifted it into spot.
It was amazing.
In slow motion. It was really cool because it took a very long time to do it, but we didn't go straight in. He kind of, like I said, kind of drifted sideways and then backed it in, and we backed right in beside the Norwegian ship.
It was amazing. It was, but it was beautiful. I would like to explore that island. I really would.
What was your favorite part about that island?
My favorite part, besides the scenery, I like the shopping. It was, and what I mean by that, not spending a lot of money, but going and seeing the crafts that they do. Every country has its own little niche. And I should have brought it out. I have a hand-carved mahogany statue type thing. It's two people and it makes a heart. It was really pretty, but the Dominican is a third world country, so they do stuff by hand. There's not a lot of resources there, so they have to be creative and resourceful to make money, and just not for tourism, but it was amazing. It really was.
They do a lot of wood carving. When you first get off the ship onto port, you come into a lot of it. As you can see, we're both, this is the one time Randy will almost be matchy-matchy on t-shirts, but the Dominican Republic, Tammy has on a Dominican Republic shirt, but this is actually one of their better or best for the season baseball teams. I love baseball.
It's not a baseball team.
Yeah, it is a baseball team.
It says Dominican Republic.
Yeah, but it's their baseball team. It's
they
their
had
logo.
A whole bunch of different...
Don't argue with me. It's their logo.
They had a whole bunch of different teams.
They did, but
he's just representing baseball.
Yeah, it's I asked, they had a bunch of different unit shirts or whatever that represented different teams, and I said, which is the best? Well, this was the best for the year or whatever that they did, but this is their logo that they have.
It's baseball.
Hey, there is no other sport. I know you guys will argue with me, but baseball, I love baseball. But
and they train their boys to play in the major leagues, so it is a big thing there. But getting away from baseball because no one wants to listen to baseball all day. I did like the Sky Bar, and it's not drink. Their food was good. We had some fish, but the scenery, you were up, you could see the ships, you could see everything. I just can't express how beautiful it was. It was a total shock. I was expecting something more like the Keys, being flat and not much to it. And when I say the Keys, the Florida Keys. But the scenery, and everyone was really, really friendly. What was your favorite part?
That was the scenery. That was the scene right at the very end of the video. It was right before we started talking. Was the view from the Sky Bar. It was absolutely awesome. They cooked your food right there on the grill. My favorite part, is a no-brainer. Is zip lining. We did not pay for the excursion on the ship. If you go to the Dominican Republic, to Amber Cove, you actually pay $28 and you get to zip line all day. Now,
that's not the excursion.
That's not an excursion. We didn't pay for that. That was something that they did there. But
you can go on an excursion, ziplining, and that was elsewhere. But for our first cruise, we wanted to stay around port to see what there's actually there to do, and if we could keep ourselves occupied during, a shore day.
Yeah, and it was, like I said, $28. You zip-lined all day. You didn't get a lot of different scenery, but you were like a kid on a roller coaster. You get off. If you wanted to zip line again, you left your gear on. You went back up this very, very steep mountain. So where you see the sky bar is also the zip line. I apologize for the video. For some reason, the camera went into slow-mo, so I sped it up on this video. But it kind of gives you had that scenery. It went over the pool. It went over the island, and basically you got back off. They had water slides. Our brother-in-law and I did water slides, and until he hurt himself, they had paddle boarding.
Yeah. They had, your typical water sports. You could rent cabanas out on the water, which were absolutely beautiful. Cabanas in different spaces. There was just tons and tons to do.
It kept you busy for the full time you were in shore. And music, they played music. The food was awesome.
The pool was nice. It was more like a party area. And I'm just not a party person, but it was a nice pool. We just relaxed a little bit, but
it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was
beautiful to see. I would definitely go to the Dominican again. A lot, like I said, a lot of hand wood carving. If you guys are sports fans, when you go there, is right across from the shop where she got the heart that she was describing. There was a place they wood carved footballs and baseballs and had your favorite football or baseball team, both collegiate and professional, on there. They did a beautiful job. Not bad pricing, and you can always negotiate with them. But
they had about everything you can imagine.
Cigars. I got a good friend of mine. He loves a good cigar. I love the smell, hate the taste. So I picked him up a cigar that was actually made in the Dominican, and he loved it. He thought it was great.
I think we just seen a smidgen of what the Dominican has to offer, and I want to definitely go there again. I want to venture out. I want to see more. I want to see the animals. I want to see the people. I want to go into town. I want to experience the Dominican because it looked just breathtaking. It really did. I would highly recommend the Dominican to anyone.
My sister and brother-in-law, they loved it. It was their first time out of the country. It was Tammy's first time out of the country, and they loved it. It was great. The whole time on the ship was great, and then the basically shore days were just awesome. So this is one of two. You'll get to see. Next, we're going to take you to the Turks and the Caicos.
Grand Turk.
I apologize. It's Grands, not just Turks. But Grand Turks and Caicos. But anything else?
Turk.
Just one Turk, not two?
Not Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos is different than Grand Turk. Grand Turk is where we were at. It's like we were at Amber Cove.
And there's your history lesson for the day.
Anything Geography.
Else? Yeah, that too. Anything else?
You give me a minute.
Okay. So, like I said, if you like this content, whack or like. We really appreciate it. And if you want to see more, subscribe. We really appreciate all you subscribers. We do this, for you guys, and take you every place that, Tammy could possibly set you up. If you want to experience a cruise, Tammy just doesn't do the parks and everything like that. She does cruises. She does all-inclusives. None of her services do you pay for. They're all free. And, it was a great time, and I would definitely do it again. So whack or like, subscribe, and until next time, guys.
Bye.